Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Walter Clayton and Lonzo Ball was working out. Listen, it's some serious breaking news. Um, Lonzo and Walter Clayton was cooking. You can see it on Leangelo Ball's YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to Gelo because he's just been releasing a lot of exclusive material that you're just not gonna find nowhere else. I try to tell the people all the time. Um, Listen, Lonzo Ball is just the truth and a half, and we all know what's the task at hand in Cleveland. It's championship or bust. It's NBA finals or nothing. And Lonzo Ball definitely helps them do that. Now, both players are working with Chris Johnson. This guy Chris Johnson, he's an NBA trainer. He does a lot of big time business. He's notably known for his work with Dwayne Wade. But Chris Johnson, make sure you follow him at Chris Johnson Hoops. He's working out some of the best players in the game. He's working out women. He's working out all kinds of players, college. Like I said, even from Tyrese Maxey all the way down to people that's undrafted and trying to get into the league. He's had a hand in just about every player, because a lot of people go to work with him. And it seemed like Lonzo, he's found a home with Chris Johnson. We spoke about that, maybe even about a year ago about Lonzo, the way he's been working with him. But I like what I seen, the work that him and Walter Clayton was doing. Walter Clayton, everybody know he was drafted 18th overall. It was by the Wizards, but then his rights was traded to the Utah Jazz. We all know the Florida Gator. This man is the truth, and with him working with Lonzo, that's just perfect because Walter Clayton is looking to be that facilitating guard as well. We all know Magic Johnson came out and said that there is no point guard in the NBA who has a higher basketball IQ than Lonzo Ball. That's coming from Magic Johnson. So clearly some of that is going to rub off on Walter Clayton. He clearly looks like he's going to be a little bit more seasoned than everybody else. Just the way I seen him playing in the summer league, he looked like he's going to excel in the Utah offense. Um, I like what's going on. You also have a situation with the guard play in Utah when you have him and then you have Isaiah Collier. Isaiah Collier, to me, they're two different guards. Isaiah, to me, he's a bruiser. He's taking it inside. He's in the paint. I think that he excels going downhill. You see Isaiah trying to stretch it out to the 3-point range, but I think that's where Walter Clayton is going to excel for the Utah Jazz. They don't need they could let Isaiah play his game, and then when Walter Clayton comes in, or eventually when they play alongside of each other, that he's going to open up the floor for everybody, because you have to account for Walter Clayton at that 3-point line. And then he's able to maneuver the basketball and he's very shifty. He seemed like he get to his spots a little bit easier than Isaiah Collier. Isaiah, he can do it, but it seemed like it's a fight for everything. He's got the grind for everything, but he gets it. Isaiah has great promise with the Utah Jazz. I don't want to, mix and screw nothing, but to me, Walter Clayton is exactly what the doctor ordered. And he's going to be able to play alongside Ace Bailey and unlock his offense. He's going to be able to play with marketing because all accounts marketing will still be there. They'll be able to run pick and rolls with Kessler. There's a lot of different avenues, and he played with just about the squad that he's going to be with coming in outside of Keontae George and some of the other guys that's on the roster. So this is going to be a perfect fit in my humble opinion. I truly believe that, you know, the Utah Jazz could shock teams. It's always good when a player is working with Lonzo. I tell people all the time that kids today, especially young guards, you should be studying Lonzo Ball's game, especially if you are trying to unlock the floor completely because Lonzo Ball, when healthy, he has that ability. It seemed like, especially, I don't understand how when he's on the floor, somebody else is handling it. I don't understand it. It's no explanation. When Lonzo is on the floor, I don't care who's out there. You got to give him the ball and let him make the decision. There's nobody else on this floor gonna make a better decision than Lonzo. And Lonzo is not looking for decisions for himself. For the most part, he's looking for decisions for his teammates. He gonna deal with it, the worst case scenario, but he's setting you up. So Lonzo Ball, his unselfish nature, you know, I'm telling you, is almost becoming a last of a dying breed. A lot of kids today, they want to shoot threes. They want to do we lose in the facilitation at the guard position. Who's going to be the next Chris Paul? All the guards want to put up 30. We got to have facilitators, and I like how guards are working with Lonzo along with Chris Johnson. Like I said, I seen Lonzo in there with Tyrese Maxey as well. But this is really good for Lonzo to instill. It's crazy that he a young OG, y'all. Lonzo Ball is a young OG in this league. He's a vet. He's able to look what he did with the Bulls. I mean, for crying out loud, he was playing the three man. He was the third. He was the small forward. He sacrificed everything for Chicago. Through numerous regimes and different personnel changes. So Lonzo been through it all. So coming to Cleveland on a championship roster, on paper, the sky's the limit. And Walter Clayton, coming up, I'm pretty sure Lonzo's able to give some game. I bet they're going to, you know, deal with each other for the foreseeable future. Lonzo's out east, he's out west, so there's no massive conflict there. It's not like he's on a rival team or anything like that. There's no shame in Walter Clayton. It seemed like him and Lonzo had a decent relationship. Did I see them buddy buddy? No, but it looked like they had some chemistry working out together, in that training regimen. Shout out to Chris Johnson. He was pushing the guys. Lonzo, look, they worked on a numerous different workouts, splitting double teams, 3-pointers, floaters, change of direction, basically no look. It was a lot of, it was a play in there where they practiced going to the basket and shooting a floater, but before they shot the floater, it's like they looked a different direction, and then they turned real fast and shot the floater, almost replicating. It was game speed workouts and training that was done. So shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers under Lonzo Ball. We all know what they're gonna do. And shout out to the Utah Jazz, man. I think this is a young team that could shock some people. Don't count them out. Are they gonna be a championship team? Absolutely not. But could they knock a few teams off that think is sweet? Yes. And we're gonna see it firsthand. I can't wait till the season start. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's Flight Sports TV. If you new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. You already know what it is. It's Flight Sports TV. Peace and love.